Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1799. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Tomorrow, episode 1800 of the number one podcast and Apple podcast for job search. No show is close to this one in episodes. 2-1 over the next closest show, and I had that one until I discontinued it about a year ago. Today's show is one that takes a lesson from sports, a quote from a former Green Bay Packers defensive coach. He's now with the Atlanta Falcons, Joe Whitt Jr. Hope you find this helpful. Talks about preparation for interviews and why it's so important. He didn't quite say it about interviews, but it translates beautifully. And with that, let's get going today. So tomorrow we come back to episode 1800. And I was listening to a podcast this morning. I listened to one podcast. It's a sports show, Sims and Lefkoe. And they mentioned a quote from a guy named Joe Whitt, W-H-I-T-T. He's a coach who handles the defensive pass game and cornerbacks for the Green Bay Packers. Now, I want to talk with you in the context of this quote about what its meaning is for you as a job hunter. Now, understand football is a violent game. We all know that. People hit one another at incredible speed. And he said, you can't tell the difference between a confused player and a coward because they both move slowly. Wow. Because you move slowly, you look like a coward. Now, let me translate that for you. When you don't know what you're doing, when you don't know the plays, you don't go all out. And the result winds up being that you kind of look tentative, like a coward might under the similar circumstances. They both appear from the outside like the same type of person, but in one case it's from fear, and in the other case it's I just don't quite know what I'm doing. Let's fast forward to you as a job hunter and you're going on an interview and you're not prepared. You haven't looked at the LinkedIn profile of the person that you're meeting with. You haven't done anything to rehearse answers to predictable questions that you're going to get on the interview. You haven't looked at the job description since the appointment was scheduled for you, so it's not fresh in your mind. You haven't watched my video about the best question to ask on any interview. I think it may be called the single best question you should ask on any interview. You don't know anything other than how to talk about what you've done. And in that regard, you're going to appear no different than every other person walking in. How do you stand out under those circumstances? You're not prepared. You don't know the plays. So I want to encourage you that before you go out on interviews, you have to rehearse answers to the predictable questions you're going to be asked, so that in this way you don't look like every other person who's walked in the door winging it, trying to figure things out as they go along. You have great preparation under your belt, and you can deliver and perform at a high level. Now, if you want to see more videos of mine, you can go to JobSearch.TV.com, which takes you directly to my YouTube channel. I've got thousands of videos there about different elements of job search. You can also sign up for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and there you'll have curated material, the best of my stuff that's going to help you find work. And more importantly, if you contact me for coaching, I can get you well prepared. We can do mock interviews, whether those are a standard interview or a case interview, that will help you perform well. So don't appear unprepared. Don't appear unsure of what your knowledge is because you're just not prepared for an interview. Rehearsal time is so important. Practice time is so important. You have to do it, or else you're making it harder on yourself. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you to be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. If you have questions for me, you can ask them at Wizio.com/The Big Game Hunter. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. The price at Wizio is less than 1/3 of what I'm charging at my website. And I'm doing this because I want to benefit my subscribers here and on YouTube, and only you're going to know about it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, it's nice to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you from time to time about how I'm helping. You can also watch me on TV. Did you know that? If you have a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the JobSearch TV app for Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. You can watch me on either Zingo TV or BingeNetworks.tv. On YouTube, subscribe at JobSearch.TV.com and have access to thousands of videos I've created. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in. And deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report limitations apply.